Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've done a Twitter trash, but it's good that we're finally making this one because a lot of crazy stuff has happened on Twitter, and it all has to do with Daddy Elon Musk. As you guys know, it's been a while since Elon bought Twitter, and me and many other people were rightfully concerned because we've seen the trends of what's been happening with Elon Musk, with his companies and his rhetoric, and things haven't been so good. Let's just put it, I'm just going to put it as nicely as possible. And then so he takes over on Twitter, and then it's immediately a dumpster fire. Now there's people that are huge fans of him, people that like to ride his jockstrap, that, you know, they're delusional, saying otherwise, that everything's fine. Oh, this is great. We have this amazing leader and free speech warrior, which I thought was hilarious. You know, there are some tweets, him saying that how important free speech was to him before he took over, right? And saying that he would keep all of his enemies on the platform, and so on and so forth. And then you've seen what it has devolved into, people criticizing him, getting suspended, him making excuses to why he banned people tracking his jet, where he's like, oh, it's a safety issue, stuff like this, so on and so forth. Meanwhile, not filing any police reports or anything. I think most people didn't care until Elon signal boosted it, you know, with the Streisand effect, which is pretty funny. But I digress on that. It's just a lot of stuff has been very strange, and a lot of interesting decisions have been made, like bringing back some trash people, and then other people not getting brought back. He said there was going to be an amnesty, like just oh, everybody's going to get a second chance other than people who are obviously doing some really heinous stuff. I'm not brought back. Ethan Klein's not brought back. The amazing atheist who used the word gringo, he is not brought back. I know that dude Dusty Smith, he called I think Shoe Head a bitch, and he got suspended from that, and he's not back. But you know who is back? Andrew Englund, a neo-Nazi, a real, literal neo-Nazi, who ran and started a website called The Daily Stormer, which was inspired by Der Stroomer, right? And so he ran this website, this neo-Nazi website, which I've actually been antagonized for, because when I criticized the alt-right, they came after my channel, flagged my videos, and then they like grabbed my business emails and tried to sign me up for that website. Oh, it was a big joke, ha ha ha, hilarious. Like, this guy who got banned back in 2013 on Twitter, before any of us were using it for any of this discourse or how people are describing it as a public square, right? He got brought back. But then not a lot of other people are like, hey, what about us? Why are you bringing back this piece of trash? And then not somebody like me, for example, who made a stupid tweet that didn't harm anybody. And then Andrew Englund has had multiple cases and multiple arrests on him. So that's the kind of stuff, for just a small example, what's happening with Twitter, right? And why a lot of people aren't happy, and why a lot of advertisers aren't happy, and they're leaving, and Twitter's hemorrhaging money, and Tesla's hemorrhaging money. Just not a good look. So the latest escapade was Elon trying to update the policies on advertising on Twitter's website. And it was stating that, hey, okay, moving forward, you're not going to be able to use external links, you know, that are Twitter's competitors. So certain websites are going to be banned. Certain links are not going to be allowed, not even in the bio. If you do this, you're going to get suspended. And then rightfully so, everybody was like, what the hell is going on? This is so stupid. So what, my link trees and other things, like, that's what social media is for, advertising. That's what people use it for. Why would you do this? And then, of course, there were dick riders trying to defend him, saying like, oh, you need to read the whole policy, not just this crop little bit. And then people saying, well, you know, companies like Amazon do stuff like this, like they won't let Nike post links. And I'm like, bro, Amazon is not social media. And people did read the whole policies. It says it right there. And then, of course, Elon, seeing the backlash, immediately starts backpedaling, saying, well, no, it's you're going to be able to post on occasion. You're going to be able to post on occasion. It's just you can't have a specific account dedicated to promotion. And it's like, that's not what it said in the policy. What the hell is going on? You're obviously backpedaling. He backpedaled so much that they just deleted everything. And they're like, we're taking that out. And then he apologizes. He's like, I'm sorry. we're gonna vote on stuff like this going forward. This won't happen again because it was such an embarrassment. It was so obviously stupid. Like I said, like I feel like he's trying to sabotage the Twitter, because I didn't understand what the hell. Why would he do something like this? That it's so inherently stupid, and it's so amazing to see his dick riders, these people that are so obsessed with him and think he actually stands for free speech, which is so funny to me. Just justifying anything he says, but you know, it's cult-like behavior. That's how cults are cults, or that's how they're cults in the first place. Logic and reason cannot exist in cults. That's why they're there. So you have people that worship this dude, and no matter what he says or what he does, they will justify it in a way to being good. Just like when the policy said something clear what it's going to be, and then Elon, they're like, Daddy Elon, say it isn't so. And then Elon's like, no, what I actually meant was this. And they're like, oh, great, I knew you wouldn't actually try to stifle free speech, even though you've already been doing it. You've already been banning, suspending people. But no, I believe in you still. And it's like, wow, insane. It's absolutely insane. So now we're getting to the title. Elon Musk puts out a poll. Should I step down? Should he no longer be the leader of Twitter? Should he no longer be the CEO? And yes wins by a large margin, which is obvious because if anyone is paying attention, he was not doing a good job. He was making Twitter infinitely worse. Oh yeah, pay for these check marks here. Let back all these pieces of shit on the platform and not unban other people that barely did anything or nothing at all, or simply criticize people that Elon didn't like or whatever have you. Because that's really what it's always been about. People always talk about free speech. It's never about free speech. You know, one thing that I can at least respect to a small little degree is that a lot of like racists and, you know, neo-Nazi types and everything, they always say, no, I don't like free speech. I don't want free speech. I want our speech. And I like the transparency. Like, obviously these people are just the worst people, right? But at least they're being honest. It's like when the racism is right in front of your face and they're not trying to hide it. They're not trying to mask it with anything. They're just being straight up about it. I can respect that to a certain degree. Than these people that are trying to weasel their way in and say that, oh no, I care about free speech, but it's always about, no, my speech. It's like people crying about shifting the culture war because they want their ideals to be running shit. So Elon Musk is, apparently he's going to be ousted. We'll see, because he said he's going to honor the decision. He's going to honor the poll. Is he? He doesn't have to. It's his company. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It'll be interesting if he does. He says himself that he doesn't think there's nobody that can do what he claims that he's going to do with the company. Save Twitter. Keep it afloat. Because he's saying that it's inevitably going to fail, essentially. And there's nobody that can actually prevent that other than himself. I don't believe that at all. I think there's people that are infinitely better at doing things. I mean, I think the biggest problem with Elon is that people just love him as an icon, and they just believed everything they heard. Everything that he would say, all of his toys, everything that has to do with Tesla and SpaceX. There's so many promises over the years that I feel like most of his fans weren't paying attention. As someone who is a fan of technology and someone who's a fan of astronomy, a lot of his claims, I'm like, what the fuck happened? And then they're well documented by a lot of channels that are like, oh, he claimed this. He's been saying this for years. He's been saying this. And it's like, oh, man, all this shit's just flopping. So, like, as someone who is objectively paying attention to this stuff, I'm like, oh, this guy has been bullshitting on almost every major thing that he's been claiming. Not everything, but most things. And so it's incredible that people will still believe in him. But like I said about cult behavior, that's how they work. You can't introduce logic. No reason, no facts. It's just blind obedience. And that's what's happening with this guy. So much so that I thought this was hilarious. I needed to bring this up. When it came to the Twitter poll, there's someone that you all know very well, Jeremy the Quartering. And Jeremy the Quartering was freaking out when this poll was up because he was so like, oh my God, Elon Musk needs to remain the CEO. or he needs to at least make me CEO. I don't want it. I don't want to do it. But I'll do it. I'll do it if I have to. I'll be the hero that Twitter deserves.
Oh my God. I just peed in my basement.
So you see somebody is like laughing at him because of how much he's freaking out about it. And he says, utterly hilarious how flustered you are over this. This is your personal 9/11. And Jeremy responds with, yes, Twitter is the public square. Losing freedom of speech in that square is more important than 9/11. Does that make you feel uncomfortable? It probably should. It should probably make most people feel uncomfortable, yeah. It makes me feel like shit to say, but it is also true. No, it is not true, Jeremy. Nobody's dying over this. You know, thousands of people died in 9/11. We all know this. Very tragic event. And this is this is Twitter. This is social media, Jeremy. If Twitter dies, people will just go somewhere else. When Vine died, they're like, oh, okay, whatever. TikTok sprung up, whatever. That's just the natural order of things. MySpace was popping when I was in high school, and then it died. Everybody went to Facebook, which I'm still pissed off about because Facebook has always been garbage. MySpace was infinitely better than Facebook, but sheepishly, people went over. Good advertisement. I understand. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't understand how HTML works and all this shit. I don't get it. I'm stupid. So they just went to this blank slate that was Facebook. And I'm like, okay, fair enough, whatever. I can't remain on MySpace anymore. Nobody's on there. So eventually you have to abandon ship. Same would happen with Twitter. It's just social media. Most people shouldn't be on it anyway. I advise people to use it for memes and for promotion, and that's it. But as like, this is where the public square, I'm like, go out in fucking public. Go talk to some people, goddammit. Jeez. Where is at Libs of TikTok during the most important poll in YouTube history? Vote no for Elon Musk to step down as CEO. Libs of TikTok, hilarious. Doxers endangering the lives of LGBTQ people. Sucks, but yeah, Jeremy wanted some help from them. And, you know, this guy, he releases a video because he's really trying to plead with his audience. And he says, if you don't vote no for this poll, you don't care about free speech. You don't care about the public square. This is everything. Elon Musk, I know you want to step down and I fully expect it, but this is way too early. You need more time to shift the culture than a few weeks. And see, that's what it's not about free speech. It's about culture shifting. He wants chuddy talking points to reign supreme, which it just won't. You have to live in a small country for that to happen, where things can really be controlled and curtailed. You know, like a lot of Islamic states, right, where it's like very conservative and traditional and theocratic governance because it's smaller, easier to control. But when people are free with a country this big, people are going to be very free. People are going to have all sorts of ideals and stuff, but naturally people are going to lean left. I know people hate hearing that are conservatives, but it's just like, like I said, I don't know what to tell you. That is just natural. It's like progressing, evolving is a natural thing. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. There was a lot of other stuff surrounding it. As of right now, Elon has not tweeted out that he's found somebody, a successor. I know he talked to Lex Fridman. Lex Fridman said he'd do it because this is important. I actually wouldn't mind. I think Lex Fridman would do an infinitely better job because even though he does talk to a bunch of people that are controversial, when I've listened to him enough, he does seem like, oh, he's a reasonable and not, trash human being, and he does believe in science and logic and so on and so forth. So I think that's a better choice than Elon Musk, who says my pronouns are prosecute Fauci. Ho ho ho, so funny. Yeah, I just love how all these fucking idiots have a problem with this dude when he's been around for like 50 years. This dude served under Reagan, and now all of a sudden he's a problem. And I saw somebody say, no. Fauci's playing the long game, guys. You see, he's been slowly building up for decades, just waiting to trick rednecks to wear cloths on their faces. I'm just like, what is wrong with you people? You're so stupid. Like, they're acting like this guy just popped up out of nowhere. I'm like, Anthony Fauci's had an illustrious career. He's in his 80s. Like, fucking read sometime. Read. It'll enlighten you. I promise you. Don't listen to Andrew Tate, who says reading's gay or dumb or whatever he said. He said it's stupid. Don't listen to this guy. It's very important. But that's it, guys. I'm out of here. This video's gone on too long. Thank you for watching. Hope you may have had some good laughs, and hope you may have learned something. But see you in the next video very soon. Bye-bye.